Okay, this is project 2 of JavaScript asynchronous functions. So first is a synchronous function where the program is let me see where the code will be run one event after the other. So it can't do the tasks in whatever different order. It has to do step by step. So if you check here in the console, it's the task 1, 2, and 3. It does it in an order. And then there's also blocking when it comes to functions. Sorry, James. So what that means is so as you can see, the function is long-time running function, and then the start date, and then it waits for under 5 seconds and returns hello, and then starting console long starting and finishing. But let result equals long-term function, and then console log the results and say finishing. So the first part of this thing is to return hello, but because it comes after 5 seconds, everything runs starting, and after some time hello finishing. So even though this part is in front of finishing and is in front of starting, because it's blocking, it will only come after. So as an example of how you can use a callback function to handle an asynchronous function, which is functions that can run in their own time, right? So, okay, you declare a function called callback, set timer, and then data is being fetched is the last thing on here, but it's the first thing that shows up on the console because you use a timeout and then here's whatever data you create an array and then do the callback, and then it takes 3 seconds. And then if you do fetch data, you call the function or execute the function with the callback. And then, yeah, the first thing that will console is data is being fetched. And after 3 seconds, the data comes. So that's one example of asynchronous function. And then you've got callback here, where you just have data, and then you do this call, I think they call a callback pyramid, and it just looks neat and all that. Okay, it's just a bit slow. Yeah, I'm waiting for me, so can you hear me?
Yeah, but you
Okay.
are, yeah.
Okay, guys. Like,
It's like you are lagging.
yeah, hey, I don't know what's happening, but is it fine now?
Yeah, it's better.
And then you have promises and how to initialize a promise. You call a constant, and then you call a variable, and you initialize a new promise with a resolve or reject, and then yeah, console log the promise, and then it's gonna show what the resolve is. If there was a reject, there's no option for that, but if it was reject, it will show some other data. And then there's a finally on a promise where everything must get executed. And then it says here the code here will be executed regardless of the status of the promise. So
Mm.
whether there's an error or a resolve comes about, whatever is in finally will come through. And then chaining promises, you use then the function then to chain a new promise, to create a new promise. Another then makes a new promise, another then makes a new promise. Okay, it's a bit slow again. And then you've got error handling,
Mm-hmm.
where now there's an object here or a function that fetches this. You can see all the data in it, and then response in JSON, as you can see. Then the data processing console log the data, will catch if there's an error, and then console log the error, but there's no error here. Then promise methods, can use a promise to promise all. It's a method, it's the promise all method to fetch all the data here. As you can see, it's in the array.
Mm-hmm.
And promise all, and then it shows all the values. And then to fetch an API, you use fetch, function fetch, and then you use them to create a new promise, but then it's logging errors now, and it's catching the error. As you can see here, get API, and catch error. It's lagging again. Take your time.
Yeah, cannot share even one word.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's back.
Okay. And the last part of async functions. So asynchronous functions with async or await. Async function get data. It's called get data recorded, and then inside it's a constant called response or variable, constant variable, and then use or wait, which makes it wait for a bit.